Just remember, guys, don't say anything offensive. That's my job.
I think you'll find that's my job.
That literally reminds me, just real quick, that in college, one of my friends really pissed me off. So I just turned around and yelled pretty much at the top of my lungs for the entire class to hear, "Fuck off, you cunt." And the teacher just turned around and went, "Oi!"
And that's now recorded for all eternity.
Only I say that word.
Ah, you mundanes are terrifying.
Well, it seems we'll begin the session where we left off with the last session, which is we're all being mass pillocks. Real life aside, in the campaign, someone recap go.
Not doing it this time.
Mia.
Not it.
Wasn't here, so I get to not do it as well.
Jamie?
Ray, it's your turn. I've done a recap recently.
I've done them all. In multiple sessions.
I
you want me to
did one.
roll a die?
I did the recap last session.
You could do another. I do them all.
I will
Sure,
roll
Sam.
1d6.
I mean, I would do it, but you know I'm all too stupid to remember what went on last week.
Also, neither
My
monkey
point
nor
being,
Ray
because it
appears
was the
to be
week
in the roll
before.
20. Neither monkey nor Ray appears to be in the roll 20.
I don't need to be rolled.
Because I have to leave work in 2 minutes.
What is a
Fair.
work?
Oh yeah, the life of it. Well, I guess you're
Very
not,
quiet,
you're not,
monkey.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not a true neat, Minton.
I mean, I'm working on it.
Neat life.
Ray, there is a PM for you, by the way, about...
Okay,
Lavender.
here's my.
Check for me, please.
What? So we all rolling 1d6?
No, that's literally just me rolling to pick someone to do a recap, which was Hobbit.
I rolled a 1.
Shit happened. We teleported. We're now going dungeon crawling.
Pretty accurate.
A shit ton of bureaucracy, some scrying went on.
And veiled threats.
We found out that Kai was somewhere with the snow, but he seemed alive and hiding, and we are hoping that he's going to try and make his way to Arcadia, because he knows that's where we were going. And in the meantime, we're babysitting a mage, or a mage is babysitting us. Not
Let's be
quite
honest, we're all
sure.
babysitting Lavender.
And we are exploring a wizard's tower.
I hope we're getting paid for
or
this.
something like that.
Yeah.
And this
Oh,
is
yeah.
why you don't ask me to do recaps.
We'll be compensated for anything that we find.
Oh, we've been asked not to do damaged property as much as
Which is
possible.
very difficult, considering the last two places we found, they no longer exist.
Yeah,
What?
but
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but remember, that ring of bureaucracy is waiting back in Arcadia. I'm sure they'd love to get more experiments with it.
Oh, remember how we're not going back if that happens. Hobbit, PM for you, by the way. Just to be sure with something.
Right. PM's no longer show for me on Discord, by the way, so you guys
Yeah, I
have to tell me
know,
when
show
this happened.
D&D.
Hmm.
Turn off Do Not Disturb, Goober, and then you may actually get your messages. There you go.
Shh.
See, that red light means no.
Definitely using goober as an insult in future. I've been using dingus until now, but I think goober is a suitable replacement. It's like my lowest level kiddie friendly version of retard.
I mean, yes. Anyway, I believe we left off the session with the party having arrived at the outskirts of the tower and seen a tall stone tower overgrown with vines and trees' leaves sticking out of the few windows you can see.
Furious. typing.
Furious.
Let's hope it's not rage typing this time.
But yeah. Did I describe the title last time, or should I do a...
Do a recap.
I'll do it.
Do it again.
Yeah,
Because
let's
I
get
don't
a-
Oh yeah,
remember.
because Monkey wasn't here, was he?
No.
Effectively, you're teleported into the middle of a deep, dark, dense forest. Not much light can get between the leaves of the canopy, so it's pretty dark down here. I think like pretty much everybody in the party has dark vision or low light vision, though. So
Except me, but I've got my goggles.
goggles. Yep.
And Lavender has this wavy sunrod.
Oh yeah, Lavender has a flare.
Yes, I have sun rods. I have like 40 of them, so we're good.
Magic flares.
Yeah, and this is character talk. This is me talking, not character, because character would not say anything to you ever, so it's all good.
You can see effectively this building seems to have grown basically to be part of the landscape. You can see small bits of stone have fallen off and there are plants growing out of it. You see vines tracing their way up the cobblestone brick. You can see that the front door still seems to be attached and there seems to be just vines growing all over it, making it seems like it'd take a bit of effort to get the door open.
Oh god, a door. No, wait, we're not vaccinated. It's all good.
Is there anything anyone in particular would want to do?
I believe we've all got detect magic cast upon ourselves, right? And
Yes,
message is
kind
cast
of.
upon us by one of the other two.
Yep.
Yeah, and detect magic spamming.
Oh yeah, that was something you guys did, wasn't it? You stocked up on like 7 billion different like buff spells.
Yep. Oh yeah, my mage armor is already up.
Yeah, mine too. Well, mine was up from the fight before, and it lasts for like a gazillion hours. So
Yeah, and I'm currently concentrating on detect magic.
So wait, so the door is like, it's just sitting there. Like, does it look like it could be opened? Would you say the description? I'm sorry.
Effectively, it seems like a large, sturdy wooden door. It seems to be shut. It's got just an iron bar going across it, basically strengthening in the middle of the door, and you can see that there are vines basically growing over it. You can see some of them are growing through the wood.
Can my character, Lavender's gonna look at the door, walk up to it.
Hold on there, Lavender.
I'm gonna just kick it as hard as I can.
Perfect. Roll me a melee attack.
Can somebody do that for me, please?
I'll get a sword.
Thank you.
Well, would you prefer a melee attack or a strength check?
My strength's the highest, so.
Well, I mean, melee uses strength.
Oh, then do melee.
$35. Roll me. You're in heavy armor, aren't you?
I'm wearing medium.
I mean, fair. Let's go with just a d6 plus your strength. Hello.
You alive?
Yeah, mostly.
I can hear
voices.
them all.
Yeah.
I can hear the Americans.
Mhm.
Hold on, I need to mute it, y'all.
11 damage came up.
Lavender manages to put a decent sized hole in the door, basically sticks the foot through, manages to kick out one of the rotting wooden boards, doesn't manage to take the entire door down, though. It seems to be held in place by the vines.
Can she start cutting away the vines with her katana?
Yeah, you'd be able to start hacking away at it.
Alright, she's gonna start hacking away at it.
Have we got a fucking weeb in the party now? Is that it?
Yes.
What's everyone else doing while this is going on, then?
I'm
Other
just
than
watching.
Minton, obviously.
I'm wondering why the fuck I still don't have a knife or any sharp pointed weapon.
Did you not even buy a dagger?
I forgot.
Also, I'm gonna send some dancing lights inside as soon as there's like an opening.
I turn to Sarul and just shake my head slowly and go, we are going to have a lot of conflicts in this group, apparently.
Oh no, but I'm just watching the vendor working.
That was to my shadow.
Hey, wasn't there something about avoiding property damage?
Oh,
We've
I'm
already
not speaking
broken
out
the door.
because the vines on the outside of the building.
Oh
no,
the foot's gone through the door.
Oh, right. Lavender, if you could avoid smashing in the tower door, I don't think they'd mind, but you know how the bureaucracy is.
She looks back, gives her a look, and keeps hacking away at vines. Like a don't give a crap look, and keeps hacking away at vines.
Does the door look to be locked, Minton?
I'm trying to think if you'd be able to check. How would you go about
Tries to
checking?
handle.
Can I see if it appears to have a lock?
It looks as though the door has a lock on it, yeah.
My time to shine, boys.
I'm assuming you fucking would have introduced me to Toby.
I would assume that Toby is just like a jack in the box come out of the fucking bag of holding.
If any of you are particularly good with locks, I might have forgotten to prepare knock today.
I am.
Toby kind of crawls, sticks his head out of the bag of bag of holding, while yawning and stretching and saying, "Did someone say socks?"
Locks, my little one. Locks. The things you're good at.
Toby kind of like puffs his hair up and goes, these?
I like lift him out of the bag and put him down into the actual one.
Pointing towards the door.
like a patient mother.
Yeah.
How does Piscari respond to this?
It's kind of
Why
honestly,
is there a
probably
child?
just shrug and be like, whatever.
Oh,
Why-
yeah,
why-
I carry this around with me most of the day.
Why is there a child here?
I've seen halflings before.
Not like this one, you haven't.
No, quite not.
No,
As you
Minton's
do.
under arrest for being English in Ireland.
Piscaria, meet Toby. Toby, meet Piscaria. One is
Piscaria.
very...
Oh, Piscaria. I'm a Scorpio myself.
Just give you that deadpan look of, why am I tolerating your presence?
Because I'm a valued member of the party, bitch. That's why.
I don't know that.
She's an arcanist from the League, and it's the reason why we're here. She teleported a lot of us. This is Toby. Introduce yourself if you want. I'm gonna watch this show.
You just did introduce me.
Aside from Toby, I meant a little bit about yourself.
I'm a halfling.
Well, if you're any good with locks, then I think this will be your expertise right up here. I can't tell whether the lock's still functioning because it might not be my area of expertise. And you seem to know what you're doing.
Also because the vines have grown over the door to the point where you can't actually move the door. Though that's being sorted out by Lavender.
You know, I'm going to use my Arcanist exploit and I'm going to swap.
Again.
Detect secret doors to burning hands.
I have burning hands prepared. Prepared. No.
Did you already
if
swap
we need
out?
it.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Didn't you already swap out detect secret doors for something else? Or did you swap something into detect
I
secret
think I
doors?
might have swapped something to DSD. But if you've got burning hands, then go for it. I didn't think Noah had it.
Oh yeah.
So am I
Oh
picking this
wait,
lock?
I have burning hands, but it only does electricity damage.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Wait,
then
what?
you know what? No, I'm going to swap Vanish for burning hands instead of DSD.
So more damage to the property with fire.
Damage to the vines.
I'm pretty sure Lavender has this covered.
Oh, all you've seen me do is take out my spellbook, read from it, and now swap to spell.
I
How
just thought
much
that was
progress is Lavender making?
She's taking fairly decent sized chunks out. She's making a bit of progress. Not a massive amount, but enough that, the vines are starting to come off the door.
I would help you, Lavender, but I don't have a knife.
Lavender just kind of looks back, shrugs, and then just keeps hacking away. She's moving her lips, but nothing is coming out of them. And she seems to be way more into this than she should be as she's hacking these things down.
It's like stress relief.
Yeah.
PM for you, Minton, by the way.
So she looks like she's having fun. Maybe we should just leave her.
I quite agree. Very therapeutic.
I mean, we could have just dimension doored this inside.
And risk whatever might be in there, my dear no.
Listen, I'm already feeling like
Minton, are we detecting any magic from where we are?
We're probably by the door.
Oh,
I
I'm
already
not.
feel like spare baggage as it is. You need to at least let me pick locks so that I can.
Roll disable device to pick the lock. And
I
you
get
have to-
+2 because I have masterwork kit.
Because you need it.
What are you about to say, Minton?
I was
I
going to
rolled
say,
a fucking 4.
you do feel a fair amount of magic coming from this tower.
What schools? Because we get that with detect.
Holy shit, my disabled device is nearly as good as my stealth. My disabled device buff is 30 and my stealth is 31.
Yeah, I was about to do that.
You've
No, I have
added
to-
your rogue level, haven't you, to it now?
Second
No.
round, number of magical auras and the power of the most
Yeah.
potent aura.
Yeah,
Third round,
but
the strength and location.
Umbra, the answer to that is no.
Oh.
I'm trying to think what
Do
school
we
it
need
would
to make
be.
any arcana checks for the door?
In what context? Do you
Uh,
mean?
If the items or creatures bearing the auras are in line of sight, you can make knowledge arcana skill checks that determine the school of magic involved in each. Which, by the way, I'm going to auto pass.
Wait, what?
I pinged detect magic.
Okay.
If I
I'll say
lose
why.
signal, just
Go Ray.
I was saying, if I lose signal when she's done hacking away, or if somebody else tries to do something, she'll just step aside and follow in with everybody, just in case I lose signal.
Okay. Yeah, Minton, what were you saying?
In terms of aura or magic, enchantment and conjuration.
Cool.
Throughout the
Strength,
tower.
power of the most potent, within 60 feet, because that's the range of detect magic. How many auras within 60 feet? Power of the most potent, and, are they on the door? In which case, which schools are they?
Do you get to just see if it's on the door?
If the items or creatures bearing the auras are in line of sight, you can make a knowledge arcana skill check to determine the school of magic involved in each. So if it's on the door itself, yes. Yes, I do. That is how detect magic works. I pinged it. Mia has the exact same spell, I believe.
Oh, Umbra I already had, but it was still on 4 from ages ago.
Oh,
So it's
that's
now
up
on,
to 6.
so it's now on 6. Yeah.
That's a 38 instead.
Well, that'll tie into what the PM was about. Can I just say the PM out loud?
Yeah, sure.
Cyril goes in through the hole in the door, and then comes back out through the hole in the door. And I believe Cyril could speak common.
Sorry? Cyril can speak common, yeah.
Cyril says she is not able to pass through the walls.
Peculiar.
Vincent, are there any enchantments on the door? We would detect this with detect magic.
Not on the door, no.
Okay. Any on the walls around?
I mean, yeah, the walls are magical.
Cool. Do you want me to make the checks? Because my basic knowledge arcana is high enough to auto pass.
What do you learn from passing?
You can make knowledge arcana skill checks to determine the school of magic involved in each aura. One check for a DC 15 plus spell level. The highest that can go to is 24. I have a plus 28 to arcana.
Hey, some things can cast spells at above level 9. I mean, those things are like gods and demon lords, but you never know. Enchantment, I believe.
Enchantment. Okay. Power?
Decent.
Okay.
Did
Can I make a
Cyril see
spellcraft check to find out the properties?
Yep.
Can I? Okay.
Oh wait, hang on, can you? Not without finding the.
If the aura emanates from a magic item, you attempt to identify the properties.
No then.
Okay.
Yes, Scorthon. Did Cyril see anything else in there?
Cyril says that basically inside seems to be a landing of some sort. There's a rug on the ground.
And that's at least a 36 on a disabled device from Toby.
Yes, Toby
38.
does manage to pick the lock.
Jesus.
That wasn't even the full score, apparently. Umbra said it should have been 38. So.
It's been picked. Nice.
Can I unpick it with a flourish?
With a natural 4.
The picture disconnected from Roll20, Monkey.
Yeah, my Chrome just crashed.
Rep.
There you go.
Gorthon, I like your comment.
Bitte?
Inside, Thorol basically says it seems like a landing of some description. There's a rug, some tables and chairs, and then a stairway going up and down.
Okay. It seems to be safe then. Let us go in. You unlocked the door, didn't you, Toby? Marco?
Polo.
He had.
I asked if you opened the door, didn't you, Toby?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Are the vans cleared enough for us to actually open the door?
At this point, yeah, the vans are cleared enough.
After you all.
Lavender, do you want to do the honours of pushing it open?
Lavender nods and does a run towards it with her forearm poking out.
Just rams the door open.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, yep. You see Lavender bolt through the door, smash through. You hear a decent amount of splintering noises. The door comes off its hinges.
I went.
I sent my dancing lights in with her. Just so she has light.
She has a rod. Yeah, she's good. But extra light's always good.
And because of the charge, Lavender runs forward a little bit, and steps on the welcome mat.
And
Rubs
I
her feet
feel
and moves on
feel
in.
an end coming.
And can she roll reflex, please?
Minton, does this count? Is this basically a spell being cast?
Can you see it? Is the first case, Paolo.
I can see for 120 feet in any light.
It's about line of sight.
No. No.
Reflex, you guys?
Wait, we can't see this?
No, it's not a spell. It is a fucking rug of smothering or something like that.
That's a 28 or 33 versus spells.
No, she's not
Oh
raging.
no, that's only one raging. So yeah, 28.
28. Yep. Lavender manages to dodge out of the way as a vine of some sort seems to come up from the welcome mat and attempts to grab a hold of her ankle. But
Can she do
dodges out.
Can she do like a cool flip off to the side?
Yeah, sure, fuck it. Roll acrobatics to see how well you flip.
Okay.
Sorry.
You nat one.
Oh,
But it's
wow.
still an 18.
Don't you just love systems without bounded accuracy? Yeah, you kind of do a really sort of clumsy combat roll, but you manage to
Get out the way. That's the most important thing.
yeah, you manage to get out of the way and end up about 10 feet away from the map.
Got it.
Also, the reason you couldn't see the map was because of the wreckage of the door.
So it seems to come from the mat. The
Is it
vine.
still there?
This is the mat that, upon closer inspection, you can see looks like a pile of leaves. Almost.
Huh.
Is the vine still there?
Nope. Whenever the vine misses it, just snakes back in.
I'm going to do a few footworks of dance and just hop over the welcome mat.
Can I have an acrobatics?
You can have a perform dance instead.
That I can. You do a very gracious leap. And go.
I want to. Can I investigate the welcome mat without touching it? See if it will be re-triggered if someone steps on it.
I think what skill you use for that.
I'm proficient in spellcraft, UMD, and knowledge arcana.
What are you gonna try and use to figure out? Like, what?
I kind of
What
want
does
to blow
spellcraft?
the. I kind of want to blow the leaves away, but River of Wind seems a bit excessive for it.
Spellcraft.
Fair. I'll roll with spellcraft.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 26.
Yep. High level campaigns. So what was that? That was a 26 on spellcraft.
Yep.
could be
It's your
something similar
good
to
old
black
gusty wind.
black tentacle.
Sorry,
Looked
can you
more
repeat that, please?
looked like it might have been similar to a black tentacle. Maybe it looked more plant-like than like ooze-like. So maybe
Does
it's
it
some
look
kind
like
of
it'll be re-triggered if someone steps on it again?
I mean, the vine withdrew back within. Maybe.
Muse, please wait for us.
Exploring the room.
I am still in eyesight. Do not worry, my dear.
Do we have a map mentioned?
I can draw you one.
Okay then.
Lavender is going to be just kind of sitting off where she landed. She is looking around the room to see if there's any more threats, though.
I'll say theater of mind, my friend. Theater of mind.
A dungeon crawl.
If she sees anything, let me know when I get back. I gotta go grab my son. It'll just be a minute.
You know what? I'm just gonna use my winged boots and fly above the thing without touching it. For 5 minutes, I have basically the fly spell on.
Nice. So that's the front door, which got mildly obliterated. Feel free to drag yourself on, by the way. The walker mat is kind of here. Inside there seems...
If I go over it without touching it, does anything attack me?
How low do you go?
Can you go?
Probably
No.
like, hello, can you go? A couple of feet above it?
Couple of feet. No, it doesn't.
Okay. I'll stay in the air for 5 minutes because I can.
What was it? Tobalt? How are you with magical traps and defenses?
He's a rogue, he can disarm them.
Monkey.
Monkey?
Monkey!
Have we lost him? Rip.
Ripping monkey.
By the way, I still see Joshua and Kai in the characters, but not the new characters. Not that it matters much, but...
Remove kebab.
Please don't. Let me at least grab Kai.
Remove kebab.
Let me grab Kai.
Why have you not done this already?
Kai has been grabbed.
What the fuck do you mean Kai's been grabbed?
Character vault.
Oh yeah.
Monkey. Ripping monkey.
You know, I could just move him into the retired characters folder.
I'm back, sorry.
Welcome back. And I just asked you how you are with magical defenses.
Not great.
You're a rogue, you can disarm them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine. For the most part, but yeah, not... It's what I'm weakest at, or rather, it's what I'm worst at avoiding, so...
A rogue can use disable device to disarm a magic trap.
Oh, really? Nice. Yep. I didn't know that I could. So, sorry, what's the situation now?
welcome mat has a little tentacle that grabs you if you want to step on it. Apparently people don't like to jump over it because we still have half the party outside.
Well, yeah, I have a +4 to acrobatics.
You'll be fine.
Toby's
worse
going to
than how
join
it's
the list of people who jumps over it because 25 to acrobatics.
So Viscaria, are you
We're just going
joining
to peer
us?
pressure. We're just going to peer pressure him into jumping
Yeah,
over it.
I'll try get over too.
You've got good acrobatics. What are you talking about?
No, he's the only one on the outside.
She.
We just keep going, right? We just press on in and leave them outside. And like a dog that doesn't want to jump over a stile, it will follow eventually, all right?
I mean,
How heavy
She is
is
a dog.
Viscaria? Can I carry her in?
Oh, come on.
if I was just hoping to not have to burn a 3rd level spell, to be honest. I'm just going to go ahead and cast Fly on myself.
Well,
Why
it
do you
doesn't-
think I used my boots?
It doesn't matter
you,
how
I'm
you get
flying
across
now.
as long as you join us.
Fuck you, I'm flying now.
In all the shenanigans, have I found anything of interest? Along with Cyril. Has Sarab and Cyril found anything of interest while they've been pissballing about over a fucking welcome mat?
What do you mean they? It's just one of us.
I legitimately wanted the welcome mat disarmed.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to disarm the welcome mat now that we're all across it.
You go up to this sort of like pile of leaves-looking welcome mat. As you get close, the tentacle pops out and attempts to grab your arm.
I continue to my disarming attempt.
I think it's a creature. I'm just saying, I think it's a
Well-
creature.
Creatures can be disarmed in a more literal sense.
Get the dagger, cut it off!
Is that you choosing not to dodge the tentacle, or?
I feel like it's not necessarily worth it just to rub it in Balor's face.
So, can you roll me a reflex to dodge the tentacle then? Unless you want to fail it.
Yeah. I'll give you a
Is
reflex.
this an object or a creature?
It is an entity.
I mean, this is definitely a tentacle.
The debate on whether I turn around and disintegrate it or not.
Yeah, Turbo, you managed to dodge out of the way of the tentacle as it attempts to grab a hold of you. What are you doing now then, Turbo?
I just guess I'm just going to carry on with the party and press further in.
So is that a table? Is that a shelf?
Ah, yes. I was gonna get to describing it.
Okay.
Your room is lovely, Minton. Don't pay attention.
This is what you get for playing online all the time. Spoil people with your battle mats and your, pre-generated maps for your.
Hey, we make some of our maps ourselves. Thank you. It takes enough time.
I don't after the first time I tried. It looked like a child drew it.
No, I think Hobbit was doing most of the drawing.
There you go, lads. That's what those are. They're bookshelves.
They are bookshelves, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
I'd rather.
All you've missed is trying to disarm a creature. So.
How long have I got to explore these things while they've been messing around?
Yeah,
Probably
wait.
like a solid couple of minutes.
What has
I flew over
the-
the thing, so.
Yeah, I flew over the thing.
It took you a while as you conversed.
Did Lavender find anything that else in the room that could be a threat?
Oh, yeah, Lavender exists, doesn't she?
Ourselves.
Lavender doesn't have an avatar.
That works.
I drag Lavender on, and that's what I get.
Lord. Hi, buddy.
Someone will need to try and find a peek to Lavender. But yeah, exploring around, you find.
I want to start. Actually, I'm going to use one thing to
Stopping, buddy.
catch the peacock.
Well, some of us are flying and we're still investigating. Can we clear out anything that's on the upper levels, then come back and investigate this floor?
Why are those people not paying attention?
They are, buddy.
I mean, judging by the fact they just got attacked by a tentacle and they thought it was a trap. I mean, I think the kid's onto something there.
Oh, if I really have to, I'll just turn around and disintegrate it, but if it's not moving, then I don't care.
Waste a spell slot. Do it.
I mean, at this point, you have more spell slots than me because we haven't long rest since the fight in the abyss.
Is that you saying there's going to be a spell drain?
No, I'm just saying
I was saying that to
that
Minton.
you have lots of spell slots.
That was to Minton.
I mean, I'm more just memeing about the fact that wasting a disintegrate on a fucking, like, single tentacle.
Why are we killing this thing? I was only doing it to make Jamie's character feel bad.
Is there anything of interest in these bookshelves? I'm trying to get this moving.
Toby's going to look at the lower down bookshelves.
And yeah, and it's Lavender's looking for threats. Just FYI.
I think our souls by this point.
Yeah, yourselves, the doormat. There doesn't really seem to be many threats. I mean, you're all a threat to yourselves, really. Look around, there's... The books on the shelf seem mainly, pretty much all magic related, though there are some related to nature, wildlife, flora mainly.
They're still, like, readable. How long has this tower been abandoned?
So,
Words
that's
are hard.
reading the, like, bound leather.
Mm.
The bound leather, or, like, in some of them are even carved into bark. Book covers.
And as I said, while we're flying and while we've got buffs up and all of that, can we please go and clear the upper levels, then come back and investigate this later?
I would like to investigate the table now.
There is no food here. If there is, it's not edible.
I'm trying to be smart about this. And go, let's not waste our resources now when we don't know what's on the upper levels.
Fine. Let's go up then.
I close the book that's in my hand that I was looking through, I roll my eyes and put it back in.
Wait, did you open a book?
I did.
Opening a book, you see the pages pretty much just disintegrate. The cover was fine, but the pages inside just have not withstood the test of time.
Oh, Lavender's going upstairs. She has her rod, so she can still see. But she has her weapon drawn.
I guess that's our signal then.
Does the tower go down as well as up?
Yes. It is a spiral staircase.
Okay.
Some of it goes up, some of it goes down.
Hold up there, Lavender. Let's Saru check out first.
She shrugs and turns around and goes towards the cellar.
That's a wait in general.
Saru will head upstairs and take a look around.
Wait, so are they just decided to go upstairs now?
No, as in, I was like, wait for Sarul, the shadow, to go up, investigate, come back down, and tell us it's good.
Ah.
And then you were like, I'm going to the cellar then. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah,
Just-
if she's gonna go investigate the cellar then. If the ghost thingy's gonna go do the thing in the top.
Lavender, let's all stick together and not have you running off. Sorul is making sure there's nothing that's going to cut her head off because she's not
Well,
real.
she doesn't have a head.
She's real, just not as corporeal as the rest of us.
Lavender looks annoyed, and she kind of stares them down, getting a message of I wouldn't sleep around her, and then heads upstairs, not waiting.
Well, at least Sorul is up there and can probably tell us a warning if there is something. I'll follow about 30 feet behind, 40 feet behind.
I'll be behind Sarab.
Yeah, I'll be there about 2.
Oh, I'm funny.
And I imagine Sorul's probably quite far ahead up.
So you guys are heading upstairs?
Yeah, Sorul first,
With Lavender, apparently. And,
quite far ahead of Lavender. Then me 40 feet behind, then
Why is it sad?
Thingy
thingy.
5 feet behind me.
Piscaria.
Piscaria. I was about to say Priscilla.
No, I'm not a half dragon who moans when you kill her.
I was going to say the Spider Queen, but no.
I meant the Dark Souls boss.
Nah. Heading upstairs, you can see it looks similar to the room below. However, this one just in the middle has rows and rows and rows of bookshelves, as well as bookshelves around the entire outside edge. There is also another staircase going up.
Detect magic's still on, by the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Some of these books seem slightly magical, some of them don't.
Hey, Minton.
How to slow down a session.
How to slow down a session, detect magic. They seem designed to, keep the books like vaguely, like waterproof.
So a few of the books might be salvageable. I guess we'll look at them once we've made sure the top of the tower is safe.
Muse's already pulled out 2 books, one magical, one not, and opened them both up.
Muse is worse than Sun.
I'm doing my own experiments here.
Lavender, having no use for any of these books and actually kind of looks disgusted at them, is going to go wait by the stairs.
Ooh. Can you... I was about to say, you open up the first book. Oh, wait, which books do you open first? The magical one or the non-magical one?
Non-magic first.
You open up the first non-magical book, nothing happens. It kind of falls apart.
What I was expecting. Anything salvageable from it?
Its cover, kind of.
Yeah, okay, put that back. Just the cover. And the magic one.
You open it up, and a load of black rubbery tentacles shoot out of the book.
Is this a spell being cast?
Yes.
Oh, it's actually a spell? Arcanist Exploit counter spell.
I was going to instantly grab the kukri from my thigh and just swipe at the tendrils to try and cut them off mid-flight. Just as my own reaction.
No, I'll ping you to spell magic because fucking hell.
If it does not succeed, Lavender is going to throw a dagger and try to cut the tentacles before they hit the weird chick.
I think if it doesn't succeed, we're gonna have to roll initiative.
Oh, that would just be your reaction.
And we all know what happened the last time a member of the party tried to fight a book.
That was one time.
I
send it to-
don't.
Oh, because Mommy
Cool, well,
was going to go
try and
inside and get rid.
identify it.
Which is what? Spellcraft?
Yep.
Cool. Let me find my modifier.
Is Ray home?
No, she's at Papa's. I'm going to go walk and get her. You can go inside and get your
That's
iPad.
a total of 28, because I rolled a 4.
Yeah, sure. You identify the spell as Black Tentacles.
I could have told you that. I don't even
Yeah,
need to do spellcraft.
I have to go through the process.
I know, it's like black
And then
tentacles.
it's the spell check of what? Spellcraft again?
The dispel is a caster level check,
Oh, a caster level check.
Mhm.
which got 23 on when you ping dispel magic.
Then yeah. Caster level check
Compare-
23.
Compare it to the highest caster level, DC 11 plus the spell's caster level. So 11 plus whatever the caster that made this spell.
Man.
There.
And say, can you also actually roll me? Oh, hang on. What did you roll for your spellcraft? To identify it again.
The spellcraft was a 28.
Okay. You did notice that it's black tentacles, but something seems slightly off about it.
Okay. Caster level check of a 23.
And the DC is 11 plus the spell's cast level, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You don't dispel it.
Fuck.
Does my cutting at the tentacles do anything as I dodge out the way?
What is your CMB?
Plus 14.
Or CMD, even, my apologies.
Oh, CMD. 25.
Let us see. You, my good sir, are grappled.
Can Lavender throw a dagger trying to cut the tentacles off of him?
At this point, Strab takes 10 damage, is grappled, and we are going to roll initiative.
Do initiative. Okay, that's cool. Oh. Oh god.
Okay, I need to banish this dice.
That's a natural
That die hasn't rolled above a 4
19
all day.
plus.
Oh, so wait, let me get the turn tracker up. No.
It's fine, I'm already on there.
Hopefully this will be the last roll you have to do for me. I'm home. I just have to get the other child. Ugh.
Can you add me, Minton?
Can you add me to?
No.
It's not Zazima. Go on. Let's add me.
Hey Toby, nice roll.
Right, hang on. That's a real Gorthon.
Only cool kids rolled 24.08.
That Tobold rolled 25.08 first.
Yeah, but I didn't have the character selected, so...
Yeah, but I let you have that roll.
Oh, cool. I take it back.
Can
Only
you
previously cool kids rolled 24.08.
No, I got 29.
Yep, because I rolled a nat 19.
Just right click, add to turn on, and we'll do it.
And Lavender also needs to get added as well because she doesn't have a token.
Can you add me to the Tornado too, please?
You're already on there, aren't you?
No.
Up at the top.
No.
No.
Nope,
No.
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 they're not on there.
Every time someone says no, it sounds like someone just saying no in a northern accent.
Oh, no,
Yep.
no,
Yeah.
we're saying no.
Oh, so you are saying no in a northern accent.
There you go. You're now on the 10
There we
tracker.
go.
So Lavender rolled a 22.
Yep. I can't edit. I
There we
suppose.
go.
My question is, what negatives do they get for being a plant?
I don't know. You should ask Stephen Hawking.
Jesus Christ.
Is
Oh,
that
you
a
guys-
plant with a vegetable subclass?
You guys missed the kind of possibly the worst joke I have ever seen. That I made. You remember Tony Celadon,
Yep.
Umbra?
Yep.
He was talking about how, the far right activists were talking about the right to peaceful protest and stuff. And he was talking about far right guys driving their car into peaceful protesters. And I said, whereas here in Europe we get a Muslim to do it instead. And like it was, I don't think I have ever made a more offensive joke.
Oh, it's so relevant. Sorry. Okay, let's go.
Oh, sorry. You're recording it, aren't you?
Yes.
Why am
Why is
I twice on the
Because you're twice as
On the
important
map.
as everybody else.
no, on the map? There's two of me on the map.
Is
Is
there?
there?
Is there?
I
There
sorted it.
was.
So what did
And-
the book roll for initiative?
What did the book roll?
The book rolled. I'll just get a note. You know what? You can have some nice clip art of a book.
Fucking love it.
It's not appeared. No. Also, this tower has a lot of flaws, so presume it has the same layout, and I would just, theatre of mind it, because,
Don't move away from me.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like we wrote books.
True.
books.
I'm putting myself around the point where it would end up being, but yeah, it's mostly theatre of mind anyway. Because I can't control Lavender.
Okay, the book didn't appear.
Nope.
That sucks. God damn it, book.
You can probably just grab a thing from the library. But
Book's
that
about there.
works.
I was grabbing a book from the library. But yes. The book also rolled a whole 16 woo.
Alright, this should be not too bad then.
We'll probably disintegrate the book before Piscaria has the time to do anything.
And did Sarab take the 10 damage?
I have taken the 10 damage.
Have you?
I have on my actual sheet, it just hasn't... It didn't go through on this, so...
Oh, we can't see your health bar.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm here. Sorry. Stop, Ray. There's car coming.
Roll
Stop. There's car coming.
Roll 20 is Borkin. Oh god, roll 20 is proper Borkin. Roll
Alright.
20, please.
I'm back.
Anyway.
I'm sorry if it was my turn.
Well, it's theatre of the mind, so
Nope,
it doesn't really matter.
it's all
Okay, good.
fine. We haven't started yet. We rolled
Please.
initiative.
What does No do?
Nora is. Nora's just gonna fight an elemental ray at it, which is Wait. Nah. I'm gonna fight a fire magic missile at it.
Gonna find magic missile at the book.
Yeah. Because why not? Where are my spells? First level. 4.
You do 5d5 plus 5.
5d4 plus
18.
5. 18,
Ah,
because I rolled a 4, a 1, a 4, a 1, and a 3.
Exactly, pretty much near enough. Exactly.
Average.
Thank you.
She did 18 damage to it.
Yeah.
That has been noted. Tubold's turn.
Right. Now. I'm not really sure what to do.
Get this damn bug off me!
What? I couldn't understand a word of what you just said.
Get this damn bug off me.
It looks good on you, though.
Oh yeah,
Can I get
can
flanking damage on a book?
you can try. You can also
Okay.
see, however, there are loads of tentacles surrounding this book. There are like...
Okay, well, I have no wish to become part of some weird Japanese porno, so I'm just going to shoot it with my crossbow.
And you can see Muse is being grappled by...
I'm just going to take a pot shot at the book with my crossbow.
Mhm.
This is what I want
shit,
to tell
son.
you. We'll investigate after.
Oh shit,
Wow.
Muse, I think I hit you.
Can you roll me another d20?
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sorry, Muse.
Do you have another attack?
Not with my crossbow, no.
Damn
I
it.
think so.
You always have. It's.
Reload. It's reload.
Oh, true.
As I have, this whole time we've been playing, I have never had a follow-up shot with my crossbow. So
You should roll that.
You fire your crossbow, you hear a really strange, like, thonk noise from the limbs as it fires. But having a look at it, it seems to be pretty much fine.
It's fire.
at least that it's not broken.
Unlike somebody's bow.
Just on
It
a
was fixed.
And this Tobold is why you need a real weapon.
Listen, just because you can out DPS me now doesn't make you better.
No, it's so that I don't need to reload.
You don't need to reload daggers either. What's your point?
Use the crossbow.
Yeah, but the crossbow is my secondary weapon. It's just because I don't want to become part of a hentai.
Couldn't you have just thrown the daggers?
So, Minton, I
Have
believe
you ever
that's
tried
a...
throwing a knife, though? It doesn't work. Like, there's a reason people stab each
doing
other, not throw knives at each other.
I mean, I imagine you could like move. I imagine you were close enough.
Attack.
This is theatre of the mind, remember? I'm sure you were within 30 feet.
I take the 5-foot step and then fire.
You stick a decent number of arrows into the book. The tentacles seem mildly annoyed.
Do I know what this thing is?
Did they look mildly annoyed by my magic missile, or did they seem to not give a crap?
They look like they gave a lot more of a crap this time.
Minton, do I know what these things are?
Black tentacles?
Roll spellcraft.
Well, that's a 30.
I mean, you know that the mage who owned this tower was some sort of like nature mage. So it's probably like, you know, some sort of like vine of some description. Maybe.
Okay.
Probably some sort of spell, summoning spell. Maybe. You're not quite.
I mean, didn't you identify when you tried to dispel it?
As something similar to Black Tentacles, pretty much. It's like it seemed like a variant of,
Okay.
or along the same lines of. And with that, it's Muse's go.
So Raul's going to move up first and take its ghostly reach into the book. To, if it happens to have a strength score of any kind, it loses 4 of it.
Noted.
Does it look like these tentacles are starting to, like, be chopped off, a bit more wriggly away? Does it look very damaged, basically?
It looks fairly angry.
Angry. Well done.
Define angry. Does
You've
it
just-
look near stop doing this to me?
You've just triggered it, is all you've done.
I mean, some of the tentacles have stopped, like, trying to tear you limb from limb. And some of them have, like, sort of started, like, waving angrily over towards Gorthon. But, I mean, there's still, like, a decent number of, like, 7 tentacles trying to, like, you know...
Other tentacles making fish shapes, waving them at me.
They seem more just to be trying to block the arrows.
I'll try and break the grapple then.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just a CMB.
Can you also actually roll me a perception before you do that, because it might change what you do?
31.
You do notice that the book seems to be leaking ink.
Leaking ink.
Mm-hmm.
Like pseudo bleeding.
Bleeding.
One could describe it in that way, almost kind of poetically.
I suppose in panic I'll just try and... Alright. I am going... It's already grappled on me. It's already, like... It's not going to need to do any form of attack on me. I am...
Just stab the book.
Despite being grappled, I'm going to make a down attempt at starting my Rain of Blows dance. As I... swing an attack at it.
Does that require you to move?
It's a move action, but doesn't require me to move to prevent full round attack, I believe.
Sure. Unfortunately, you are held quite far away from it, so you just can't get into range as you sort of reach towards it. So unfortunately, none of those hit.
24 doesn't hit? God fucking damn it.
This is Pathfinder.
I know.
What was Muse's save to avoid the... Like, what did Muse roll to try and avoid the grapple originally? A CMB, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
It was, I didn't roll anything, it was just its CMB versus my CMD.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Lavender.
Nepete de Lavandula, it's your go.
Oh shoot. Okay. I can log on in like 2 seconds. I will do that while I'm saying this. Okay, so she's going to not gonna go into a fury or rage, but she is going to run at it with her katana and attempt to cut it from the book and the pieces that are attached to Muse.
Alright. You run towards it, and the book is going to try and extend its gribbly tentacles towards you and grab you as well.
Does this count as a spellcast?
No.
That's disappointing.
What is Lavender's CMD? Probably not high enough. Actually, it might be.
37.
Oh! Wait, I actually have to do maths now. Lavender is not grappled.
So
Damn
Lavender
right she's
can
not.
stab the things.
The thing
Yep.
got a 36.
I can. Oh, okay. I can roll. It's gonna be bad. But... Okay. Get in here. Our internet, you can be a DICK. That's an option too.
Be one of your first two options on attacks. If you want to power attack it or not.
Yeah. So I just roll power attack.
If you want to power attack it, you just click the power attack one.
There's basically no reason not to power attack. Oh.
Oh! Oh. Do you ever stuck, like, something for a paper shredder?
Yes, but strictly only paper.
You ever stuck a book
Honestly.
for a shredder?
Well, not like a novel, but I have stuff like an exercise book through it.
Yeah, let's go with that idea. You slice down, basically cleave the book in two, as the tentacles seem to shrivel up and die. They shrivel up, dry out, and then kind of just turn to dust.
Thank you very much, Lavender.
Lavender shrugs, kind of gives the satisfied look at destroying that book, and walks back to the stairs waiting for them.
Well, I've had my experimentation on this floor. Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
Oh, just as a note, does anyone happen to have anything of the more negative energy kind? Any spell that would do such a thing for me?
I don't think you want me to disintegrate you, so no.
I do not believe that does negative energy, but thank you.
It would probably put you in a bad mood, though.
Probably put what's left of you in a bad mood. No, I don't have inflict.
Power word kill. Power word kill.
Would 5 minutes have elapsed now since we entered the tower?
By this point, with all the sort of poke around people have been doing, 5 minutes would have worn off.
Good.
Would have
No
passed
longer
even.
flying.
How long roughly has gone by, Minty?
With all of this, it would have been 5 minutes since the fight ended, pretty much.
Okay,
Unless
so
you
I still
guys
got
took
time.
longer, if you think.
Nah.
I'm just floating back to the floor.
Cyril goes up to investigate first, and I suppose we end up following.
Perfect.
I might come back and investigate one of these books later once we're certain there's no creatures. I want to see if I can figure out how they work so we can actually read the ones that have survived. But yes, for now, let's move on. Yep, you did. Which is fortunate because pretty much all of my damage is AoE or disintegrate.
Yeah, I was looking through my spells and going, that's AoE, that's AoE, that's AoE.
The rest of the pod can deal with it.
Oh, I wasn't planning to disintegrate the book.
Aim for Sarab. Anything else is collateral.
Yep.
Sarab's your only chance of not getting murdered by the party with your obnoxiousness.
Oh. Oh god, it's Aelaren all over again.
Up
Shall
the
we
stairs we
move
go.
up?
As you move up, you can see that
That's it. Actually, Lavender too, because Lavender's kind of paid to make sure she doesn't get hurt. Sadly.
Yep, moving up, you can see up on this level there seem to be a decent number of quite interesting things. There seem to be mortars, pestles, alembics.
Ooh, do they seem in good condition?
Some of them do, but most of them seem pretty old. You can see there's like mold growing on them, it seems.
Hmm.
We are classified as being in dim light in here, aren't we?
Yes.
14 from Sarul.
It seems as though this level is some sort of like.
Does it look like there's any vials that still have things in them other than mold?
Was that what the perception check was for?
No, that's
No,
because
that
everyone. That's
perception-
because everyone was making perception, so I was wondering.
No, they were just
Oh,
trying
no.
to see if me.
Oh
if
no,
they
yeah, I
could see
just
me.
want to see if I could see Sarab.
Oh, I was doing that for Sarab and taking a look at the room. Sarab can see the vision.
Sarab is invisible.
I will take that as looking
Sarab
for
is
Sarab because
gone.
you can't use the perception for.
Fair. So that's me looking for Sarab.
You spot Sarab. No, those are some very nice vials. Can run me perception for sort of like looking around the room trying to see her.
Is this me?
You as well, yeah. And are you?
That's 39 total. Natural 20.
And are you going around the room looking, or staying where you are and looking?
I still have
Staying where I am
detect
looking.
magic going up.
Yep. Same.
Some of the gear seems mildly magical.
Anything?
How mildly?
Well, yeah, auras. Auras, power, skill.
What's abjuration do?
We did warn you last time that we would have detect magic up permanently.
Abjuration, on some of the vials and some of the equipment, pretty weak.
Okay.
Is it on vials or equipment that seem in better shape than the ones that don't have anything?
Yep.
We'll have to grab some of it on the way back.
I'm quite looking forward to investigating it. Sarab, you see the auras, right?
Indeed. They're weak enough.
Yes. I'd still prefer while we have got our detect magic up and I'm still flying for us to clear as much as possible, but I am quite looking forward to actually investigating this.
Let me just check something. Any intelligence-based skill check. Can I make... Wait, let me just check that spellcraft is intelligent.
Spellcraft is.
Can I make a spellcraft with Pageant of Peacock because it's still running on the abjuration stuff?
Does Pageant of the Peacock specify that you can use it untrained?
I have things in spellcraft anyway.
Give me a second to read Pageant of the Peacock.
It's any intelligence-based check, I get to use my bluff instead.
Fuck it, sure.
Wow,
Oh.
the spellcraft check wasn't terrible.
You know what? I want to actually go over to one of these things that's got a magical aura on it.
Same.
Because I'm going to spellcraft investigate.
Perfect.
Well, you're better at it than me, so I'll let you do that. I'm gonna be right back.
Actually checking. 10 properties on magic item using... Yeah, I'm going to... Using detect magic since it's up, I'm going to try and learn the properties of this abjuration. What's one of the objects that has the abjuration on it?
A vial with some mold growing in it.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go over to the vial and I'm going to spend 3 rounds to make the spellcraft check and try and learn the properties.
What does each of the rounds do? So what did you learn in the end?
Attempting to ascertain the properties of a magic item takes 3 rounds per item to be identified, and you must be able to thoroughly examine the object. DC is 15 plus the item's caster level against my spellcraft. So I have to make a skill check with spellcraft to learn the properties.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. 31.
And that teaches you what the
Let me ping detect magic again for you. I'm learning the properties. I'm assuming this is what we all want to do.
What?
Learning the properties of the items. If the aura emanates from a magic item, you can attempt to identify its properties. That's a 31, DC is 15 plus its caster level.
What is it, spellcraft or?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna count on you because mine is 19.
and your and what was your check?
31.
And I got a bluff of 52.
So Rab knows all.
No, Sarab can pretend that she knows what it is.
I can make good hunches.
Mincelus Mintonia.
So it's 15 plus the caster's DC.
Plus caster level to identify the properties.
So if they're a 20th level caster, that's 35.
Huh?
So if that's a 20th level caster, that's 35.
Yeah. If they were 16th or below when they created this item, I now know its properties.
You don't know the properties.
Huh.
Muse.
I mean, there's mold in there, and you know breathing in mold is bad. So I mean, maybe it's some kind of magic to like make the seal better to stop you breathing in mold.
Not uncork that at all. It's probably rather bad inside. Should we keep moving?
Whose turn is it?
That's disappointing. Oh, we're out of initiative order.
Oh, right, okay, never mind.
Yes.
Sorry, I went to go and say goodnight to Becky because she said she was falling asleep. So.
After you, Saru.
Up the stair we go.
And after you, Lavender.
Oh, as soon as you said let's
yes.
go,
I should
Lavender
also
is...
point out, this room does not have stairs up.
Oh, well,
Is it the
Well-
top?
does it seem to be possible that from what we've seen outside of the tower, does it look like we've reached the top?
No, you think you should be about halfway up by now.
Does it have a hole where a staircase should go?
No, it does
I'm
not.
just gonna look up.
See a ceiling.
Can I try and disbelieve the ceiling?
Someone wanna fly up there? Try
You
and
can
get through the
stare very hard at the ceiling if you want. Make a will save.
Don't you have a spell for... Oh, make a will save. That's a nat 19 plus whatever my will save is, which is in defense. That's a 30.
The ceiling looks like a ceiling, or maybe a floor. You're not quite sure.
Looking at it with detect magic, is it magical?
Looks like a floor. Or a ceiling.
No, not magical.
Is it low enough
Oh, well,
where Lavender
yes.
can reach it?
It's
It is
magical.
Yes.
We did.
But so are the walls.
Oh, right.
And the floor you're standing on.
For a very intelligent being, just shoot an arrow through it. Jesus.
Can I try to stab up into it with the sword?
The ceiling is like 10 feet in the...
I was asking, is she big? Is she tall enough to reach it?
Maybe like with jumping and kind of like shoving it like really high, maybe?
Oh, she'll try.
Biscaria, didn't you mention something about a spell to detect secret passages?
Hey, Mintum.
Yeah.
Looking at where this will drop my detect magic. Looking around the room. Detect secret doors.
You're a detector! No secret doors.
Can detect secret doors, compartments, caches, and so forth. Only passages, doors, or opening that are specifically constructed to escape detection
Oh wait,
are detected
text
by the
caches?
spells. Yes.
In
Read
one
the
of...
spells!
Go ahead, Mintum.
You do get a ping for a secret drawer in one of the desks.
I head over to the desk.
Can I detect magic on the desk first, see if there's a trap or something, like a magical trap on it? Like, especially, is there a magical aura coming from the where she points the drawer out to be? Or on the desk itself?
Yes. Not from the drawer, not from the desk, but within the desk.
Alright, definitely something magical inside.
Does the desk appear to be locked?
Well, it's a hidden,
Maybe,
it's a hidden drawer from what you can tell.
maybe stand a few steps back and open it with a mage hand?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna mage hand pull the desk out. Or pull the thing. Is it a drawer on the desk? And then a secret compartment inside that door is the impression I'm getting. Drawer? Where? Words.
It's not inside a drawer, there is a actual hidden drawer itself. So you'd need to find like the latch mechanism to open it in that secret drawer.
The mechanism will trigger for one particular secret portal closely examined by you. And closely examine it to figure out the trigger.
You lift up the ring that's used to pull out the desk. You turn it 90 degrees. You push it in, then you pull it down.
Can a mage hand do that?
Yes.
I step back and make my mage hand do it.
You do as such, and there is a puff of smoke comes from the desk directly towards where someone will be standing to do it.
How unfortunate for the desk.
I use my mage hand to try and waft the smoke away. For whatever that's worth.
Yeah, you waft it away as much as you can.
Has my mage hand managed to open the drawer?
It has.
That's when
And you see
thing
a
came out.
small vial drop out of the desk.
And smash?
No.
Okay. I'll pick it up with the mage hand.
You pick it up.
And I'm going to plop it on the desk away from the smoke cloud.
You do as such. Looking at it from as far as you can see, it seems to be made out of crystal and not glass.
Is it UMD or is it spellcraft?
To what?
Figure out what it is.
It's just a crystal vial.
Does it have anything in it?
How far away are you from it?
I have to be within 15 feet to use mage hand.
Am I presuming you keep it at its max distance?
Yeah.
It seems empty, but it's corked shut. Oh, no, it's not corked shut. It's stoppered shut. The crystal
What
stopper.
does Nursey with detect magic?
Is that where the magic comes from?
Is not using detect magic?
Yes. I
Okay.
mentioned it earlier.
I know.
I had to drop concentration to do DSD.
I'm just making sure, considering didn't want Jamie playing me as character. Nor sees that yes, this vial is most definitely where a lot of magic is coming from.
Can I say which kind of magic?
I
can ping you detect magic again.
What? Illusion, transmutation, necromancy.
That's a lot from one tiny vial.
Hey, Salab. Found something you might want to take a look at. You seem to be able to deciphering the spells.
Has it still been? Has it just been under 10 minutes since I pageant?
Yes.
Still under 10 minutes.
Just about.
I'll use my last check then for this. What do you want me to roll, if anything?
What would you be trying to do with it?
Any form of identification.
What do you think it is?
It's invisible. There's nothing in the vial, correct?
It looks like there's nothing in there. But there's a strong aura of magic coming out of it.
Well, I could probably see which 3 auras with just the detect magic, right?
Yep.
Illusion to make it. I'm just gonna do general intelligence because Edit can make any intelligence with bluff, so I'm gonna go ahead and say illusion to make it look invisible. No point in identifying that one. Necromancy could be anything. What was the other one?
Transmutation, you said?
Transmutation, yep.
How interested in this are we?
I mean, I guess we can examine it later.
I would prefer that.
Pocket it.
I'd at least like to figure out the properties, make sure that if we do pocket it, it's not going to blow up on us.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything if the illusion magic's going to make it look like there's nothing in it. Can't identify what I can't see.
I don't want to try dispelling it.
Nope, neither do I. So, we pocket it. We'll sort it out later.
Can we try to do a spellcraft check on it? Or an arcana check or anything?
Yeah.
Spellcraft properties.
I'll say so.
But any form of intelligence check, if you want Arcana or if you want Spellcraft. There's my
Go
bluff.
ahead, someone else, because that's a nat one. I do not know what it does.
Oh, you know, I'm kind of trying to figure out what this vial does.
My bluff for whichever one, Spellcraft, Arcana, whatever any form of intelligence.
As per Detect Magic, finding out the properties of an item, DC 15 plus caster level of the object to figure out the properties. Spellcraft.
It's a 45 Spellcraft with my sort of pretend I know what I'm talking about.
Bad. Probably bad. Probably very, very bad. Necromancy is... well... necromancy which you have to hide is normally bad. Is this just to, like, identify it in particular?
Yeah.
How close are you guys actually to the vial?
15 feet.
I've got a little closer, 10 feet.
Further.
Necromancy doesn't really scare or dampen too much.
You notice that, again, this vial seems to have been built to keep itself, is the phrase hermetically sealed?
No idea.
It is, yes.
Yes.
Nothing getting in and out of that vial.
Sealed? Like, hermetically sealed is a specific kind of seal, as in it's been sealed in a hermetic environment.
Being airtight, excluding passage of air, oxygen, or other gases.
In a way that is insulated or protected from outside influences. It would have been hermetically sealed. You know, just looking at it, it seems as though this thing was sealed very well. There's no gaps, there's no sort of, like, anything trapped inside. That you can see bit. You can see big words though. Sorry, can you roll me perception? Okay, yeah. Yeah, the vial just looks, crystal clear. You're not entirely sure, like, what's in there that's causing this, this massive amount of magic, though.
Alright, so say it's invisible.
I said it's probably invisible. Because there's illusion magic on it.
Do it. Do it.
I'm also going to say it's probably sealed for a reason.
Momentum.
Vial's empty.
Really?
Nothing. You cast see invisibility. Nothing appears.
Does not reveal illusions. Duh.
Or enable you to see through opaque objects. It might not be as transparent as it looks.
Do we want to leave it, or do we want to take it and hope that it doesn't do anything evil?
Take it. Why would we not? It's only a bit of necromancy and it's sealed tight.
We can get it identified back in the labs in Arcadia later.
Can we get through this damn ceiling now?
Did Toby ever end up shooting a bolt into the ceiling?
No.
Because I leaned down and whispered and asked you to do it.
Oh, well, does Sarab say that out loud about doing the ceiling?
Oh yeah, I said it out loud about the ceiling a bit ago.
Okay, well, with that... No. With that, Lavender is going to jump up with her sword and try to see if she can stab through the ceiling.
Oh, roll me acrobatics.
Okay. Get back to my computer. My child. Here. There we go. Oh! Did you say acrobatics?
Yep. Acrobatics.
That one still got a 17. 18.
You kind of like jump up, but you don't manage to completely reach the roof. You manage to like scratch it a couple of times with the sword, but you don't manage to like stab through it. It does seem like you're having some sort of resistance though.
Does she see that bows and arrows? Like, are they out? Like, can they see their crossbows?
And no can. Would Tobold's bow and arrow be out?
Would Tobold's what?
Oh, would Tobold's crossbow still be out?
I haven't put it away yet, so...
Well, she looks at the little guy.
The little guy.
Yeah, she
I
looks
don't
at the little
appreciate
guy.
that.
But she doesn't. No, she doesn't say this. She just looks at him, points at him to his bow and arrow to the crossbow behind him. Does the motion of shooting an arrow and points up.
Okay. Since Toby's not retarded, he's just going to do it.
Okay.
Oh, why does my fucking Chrome keep crashing every time I tab back to Roll20? God damn it.
You.
Just give me a sec while I reload back into thing. Okay, you need me to roll for it, Minton?
What, to shoot the ceiling?
Yep.
Fonk. You shoot the ceiling, there's no bolt sticking out to the ceiling.
Okay.
Are there windows?
On this floor, yes.
Were there windows all the way up the tower when we were outside?
Well, no.
Whereabouts did they stop?
Alright, I'm gonna
About this floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up through the window and try and see if I see any windows above us. like lean out, Ugh. Look up.
You sort of have to like stick your head out between some
Yeah.
vines, sort of like it hurts your neck a bit, but you don't see any windows. You just see cobblestone brick
Minton,
going up. Yep.
2 questions. 1, how far above us is the ceiling? 2, how thick have the previous floors been?
I like where this is heading. I was going to ask, so about that no damage property thing, how strict of a rule is it?
Quote the DM, blowing a hole in the floor is grounds for disciplinary action.
It says nothing about ceilings, though.
Its ceiling is just another word for a floor on a different level.
You're no
Anyway.
fun.
So, DM, how far above us is the ceiling? How thick were previous floors?
How high is it above you?
Yes.
About 10 feet.
How thick were previous floors as we've been climbing up?
About 2 feet, I think.
So,
I think that's a decent, like...
Yeah, I'd say so.
the other just look at her and say, you're capable of dimension dooring, yes?
Damaging... I wouldn't know how to... How do you damage...
Dimension door.
Oh, dimension door. Yes, sorry. Yes, I can do that. Where's my dimension?
I'm going to try dimension dooring 15 feet up. Give it 10-20 seconds. I'll try and call out and let you know.
We do have message going.
True, we do. Give it 10-20 seconds.
Message requires a path of air.
Oh.
If you're in an enclosed room, message fails.
Okay.
If there are no windows up there, if there are no doors, if there is no way for air to pass from that room to here, no message.
Maybe it's better if I go up there, because if there's no air, well, I don't need to breathe.
How are you doing for spell slots?
Dimension door is level 4. I've only used one of those.
That was in character. Like, do you have enough to get up there and get back if there's a problem?
Oh, yes.
Cool. Well, if we can send about no air, then say 15 feet up, and let's hope that the floor doesn't block it.
All right.
What's the material made out of? Stone? The ceiling?
Wooden beams, it seems like.
Okay, my apologies. 3 foot of wood does not block the spell.
So, no.
Alright, I'll dimension door up.
You dimension door up?
Yep. Do I need to ping it, or is it good?
I think we're good. Can you roll me a D8 and a D100?
D8, that's a 7. D100, that's a 55.
You dimension door and find yourself 55 feet up in the air, northwest of the tower.
Winged boots? No, actually, I have Featherfall as a racial once a day. So I use that to not hurt
And I'm
myself
assuming you're
as I
screaming
come
through
down.
message, don't try it.
Yup.
Just like
Bad idea! Bad idea! And I will walk back to the tower.
But
So we'll not make it through the ceiling, can't you?
you gently float down and then walk back up the stairs.
So, hi. As you noticed, I came back from downstairs. Don't do that.
Cyril can't make it through the ceiling, can she?
Nope.
Basement?
Basement.
We will come back to this, right? I'm not leaving without knowing what's up there.
I don't particularly want to be told off by the authorities for blatting a hole through the floor, but yes, my curiosity is very much piqued.
For all we know, the person who made this had a sick sense of humor and just built a very, very thick roof.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Something that would be quite amusing if I was to make a building.
If you have materials to waste, do go ahead.
You say
So-
waste, I say
so we're
a
heading
very
down to the
funny
basement.
joke.
Also, Mia, don't you need to go deal with the doggo?
Probably.
Do we want to call it a day here then for well, not a day, but take a break.
Break.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I will go take care of the dogu.
Then we'll pick up when we hit the basement.
Yeah, we can take up with you guys going down the stairs.
I really don't. I don't want to get told off, but I really want to blat a hole in the floor and find out what's up there.
Welcome
Nope.
to the struggle every Arcadian has.
Why don't we just go up the stairs?
There
were
are no stairs.
I mean,
Well, why don't we
Can't
make
we-
some stairs and then go up them?
That's what they're wanting to do and not wanting
can't
to
we
get
say
punished
that
for.
we triggered accidentally something that did the damage on itself?
You remember
wasn't-
the...
It wasn't our fault.
You remember the zone of truth that will have been cast on you when you first arrived?
You mean that thing that is
The thing
very
that the
easy
thing
to
that
break?
didn't really work on us.
Didn't work on Sarab.
It
Oh, it
work
didn't
on
work
her
on me
either.
either.
Oh, okay.
She
Oh, there's
chose
a
to fail it.
question.
Yeah, I chose to fail the save because I actually beat it.
Go on, Vincent.
What, Minton?
You guys picked up that crystal vial, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who picked it up?
Sarab, I think.
No, I left it in your care. You had the mage hand on it.
Oh, then I have it.
Can you roll me a perception?
Yes. What is my modifier? Perception plus 19. 36.
You notice tiny little specks floating around inside the vial.
Can we solve that after I take care of the dogu?
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
We'll see what's in the basement. If I still have slots for disintegrate, I think I'm going to end up blasting a hole through. Because I really want to know what's upstairs.
Was I ever able to determine the reason, or whatever enchantment specifically it was, that was preventing Cyril from going through the walls?
Not specifically which in the name of it, but you're fairly certain it's just designed to stop things being able to phase through. It basically locks off the ethereal plane.
Ah, she doesn't move through the ethereal plane. She's just simply incorporeal.
That's what I mean. Is it stops incorporeal creatures, ethereal plane, shadow plane.
Right, okay. I was effectively wondering if,
I'm going to
because
BRB during the break.
I was effectively wondering if, since I can go to the ethereal plane momentarily through Blink, and she's just incorporeal, so there's two different ways. I was wondering if one was stopped and the other was not.
You wouldn't know about the blink until you tried.
a pass for now. Not to mention, if it's quite thick, I could get blatted out of there at any moment. It's not the most pleasant experience to become whole again in the middle of solid objects.
You can make me whole again.
Get out of the 90s.
90s? I think that's from the 90s, is it?
That song's got to be that old, surely.
$2,000. Get fucked.
Was it like literally on 2000? Fuck's sake.
Jesus.
How does it feel to be wrong, Gorthon? You little bitch.
Spent my whole life being wrong, so it makes no difference.
Oh, it's sad. Percent, 30%. Should hopefully last me enough through the break. Shit, no. Yeah.
Looking back on when we first met.
Hmm.
You're alright.
The hiccup.
Oh, do you know what song I heard on the radio today that fucking took me way back? And I was like singing along to it as I was driving. Fucking Scandalous by Mystique. God,
What?
that's such a good song. Have you not heard that? You must have heard that song, Minton.
I've heard the song, but I can't remember it at the
So
moment.
so scandalous. Dun 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 dun.
Umbra,
dun.
are you able to check your Discord messages?
Yeah.
He'd better
I've had
fucking
an
check his
idea
Discord
on
messages right
PM.
now. There we go.
Do I get invited to this? Am I allowed to know?
Boom, there we go. Sorry, that's just to myself.
Got me trembling, got me feeling weak.
So while you've linked that, I don't know why, but I fucking decided to listen to the Year 3000.
Damn, that's an old tune. I don't know where to start with how many things are wrong with that. Not theory, but attempt. Hello. This is the biggest pain in the ass ever.
Hey, DM.
That is not my name, but carry on.
So, let's say I try to disintegrate an illusion.
Yeah.
The disintegrate would go straight through the illusion and hit whatever was behind it, right?
D20 PFSRD.
I'm just
How do
asking
you-
you. Because what I'm...
Yes.
Oh, fuck, I don't have modified memory, god damn it. Because I'm thinking, Piscaria goes, hey, I need you to create an illusion. I need to not know it's an illusion.
So what, you're gonna...
Unfortunately, I can't modify my own memory to forget that I know it's an illusion. Oh, hey, it's a monster. I needed to disintegrate it, and I ended up blowing up the floor. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, that makes me sad. Or maybe that makes me happy, because Piscaria just figured out method 1 of how people get around the rules. If I don't know I did it, nobody else knows I did it.
Umbra, does Sarab have modified memory?
Nope, not high enough level.
Damn it.
It also is only a 5-minute thing. A 5-minute memory.
Oh, I just need to forget that I knew that it was an illusion.
You'd also need to forget the plan was made. Because if you knew the plan was made and then didn't remember the plan going ahead, you could make assumptions and break the modify memory spell. There are layers, friend. There are layers. As someone who has to
Like an
think
ogre.
Yes, like an onion.
I said like an ogre.
And I said like an onion.
Well, don't fucking misquote me. Jesus Christ.
Ogres
Sorry,
like
you were saying.
onions. Take it from someone who's playing a very bluffing character.
I'm trying to think of all the ways around being able to blow a hole through the floor and then be able to tell them I legitimately wasn't planning to.
Glibness is self-cast only, yet personal to you. Because glibness allows an auto-fail for Zone of Truth and other spells that cause you to have to tell the truth. If a magical effect is used against you that would detect your lies or force you to speak the truth, the user of the effect must succeed on a caster level check, 1d20 plus their caster level, against a DC of 15 plus your own caster level to succeed. Failure means the effect does not detect your lies or force you to speak only the truth, regardless of if you make the save or not.
I'm not trying to think of ways around the system so I can get away with blowing a hole in the floor. Welcome back.
Someone remind me tomorrow that I need to go to the pharmacy because I forgot this evening.
Will do.
Well, it's not my fault they receive things at 5. 5, I forget to do to go like basically next door. Because usually I'm playing games with you guys.
It's fine, at least I was still working at 5, else I could have gone careening off a bridge. the tram that I could have taken back home got hit by a truck today and got derailed off its own rails, over the next line's rails, through the barrier, across the road, and nearly hit the pavement.
By hit by a truck, do we mean accidentally hit by a truck or Allahu Akbar?
I should hope it was accidental.
Okay.
I mean, hoping doesn't make it real.
No. But the truck was...
I didn't
Not
get
the-
any news alert about anything like that, so must have
Yeah,
been an
that-
accident otherwise.
Yeah, that probably was an accident, though.
Yeah, probably would have had a bit more news. But instead, I took some overtime, so I wasn't on that tram.
I mean, that's pretty rude.
I mean, that's good.
Well, not really.
Thank you for your concern, guys. Let's get on with the session if everyone's back.
Is everyone back?
I'm just more disappointed than anything.
Yep.
We have a
In
race.
fairness, it would be quite an exciting
Yeah.
thing.
Yep. Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
we have
Yep. Yep.
everyone.
To be in a tram crash. Yeah,
Yes.
it probably would.
But anyway,
Okay, we do actually have everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys head on down.
Didn't
Oh yeah, you guys also found out
Pescaria-
something.
Didn't Pescaria notice something different in her
Yes.
vial thingy?
In the vial, now that you looked extremely close at it, you notice that there are tiny little specks floating around in the vial.
Can I make a spellcraft check? Or a knowledge arcana? Make it knowledge arcana.
Yeah.
Which one?
Knowledge Arcana. What are you trying to figure out?
Do I know anything about this? Have I seen an effect similar before? Have I read about an effect similar to this before?
I mean, there's something floating around in there.
My knowledge arcana with that, by the way, is a 47.
There are various different effects which can, cause like little specks to float around and things. It could be some kind of dust, like pixie dust or something. I was going to say not the kind you snort, but no, it is the kind you snort.
oh, Muse would actually know about that.
Yeah.
Wait, is cocaine a thing in
It's different.
But
yes.
Spice?
I mean, if you can snort pixie dust and get real high, like literal pixie dust. Like if you wring a pixie out, it makes pixie dust.
Well, the 47 is just pixie dust. Okay, drugs.
No, it's not. You're not sure what's floating around in there, but you get a fair amount of sense that it's magical, but not just magical. It's not like a spell effect. It's more like something that's been magically altered.
There's your transmutation.
Would that be what? Nature? Or
Yeah, roll me knowledge nature.
my worst knowledge?
I'm not even attempting that.
24.
Seems like it might be a spore of some kind.
I communicate that.
So, hidden necromancy with spores, sealed tight to make sure nothing could get in and out. I have no idea. That does sound very bad, though.
I'm trying to think. Pescari had been researching this rune, hadn't she?
Yes.
You'd know that this wizard was alive around the time of the Great War.
Oh. I'm keeping that to myself for now.
Well, shall we see what's down in the basement?
I'm assuming that since Sarul can't pass through the walls because of the magic around it, if I tried to earth glide through elemental body, I would not be able to either. Right?
What does Earthglide do?
Earth glide.
Basically swimming through a rock.
Yeah. When the creature burrows, it can pass through stone, dirt, or almost any other sort of earth except metal as easily as a fish swims through water. If protected against fire damage, it can even glide through lava. Its burrowing leaves behind no tunnel or hole, nor does it create any ripple or other sign of its presence.
Are you trying?
I am tempted, but I am asking the opinion of our knowledgeable friend about the theories of magics, something that blocks out Sarul's ability to pass through walls would also block that, maybe?
Is this Arcana mentioned?
Yeah.
30.
You know that generally those things stop things from, like, passing through them while they still exist. With Earthglide, you're kind of, like, digging your way through.
So probably not.
It might work unless they're protected against that as well, but it might work.
I get that. Also, DM, you have a message.
Oh, pardon me. I know. I'm trying to think.
So I could
PM.
try and at least check if there is anything other than stone up there.
You could certainly try, yes.
Alright.
I will admit I have a massive sense of curiosity about it.
You and me both. Set condition? No. Where would it be? Core? Where are my buffs? Oh, set buffs. Elemental body to earth. And I am gonna mark that spell slot.
What time of day are we on? What time of day are we at?
At this point, probably getting into late afternoon.
Good.
Late afternoon, going into evening.
I'm gonna attempt to earth glide through the wall and up. As I take on a more earth elemental-y appearance.
Is this swimming through the... Like, trying to swim through the,
Through... Well... the wall is made of stone, right? So I'd enter into the wall and go up. And then when I've gone up a certain amount, try and go back inside the room? On the upstairs? Or keep swimming through until I find a space that isn't just rocks?
So presuming that the basement is B1, so like floor -1, right?
We're still upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys on the ground floor? I thought you were in the.
Well,
No.
I'm thinking this was done before we headed downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are in like the workshop area then.
Yeah.
Yeah, the area just below the floor that we couldn't get through.
Yeah. So you're just gonna try and swim through the rock?
Yeah. Like enter the wall, go up.
Swimmy, 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 swimmy.
And then try and go inside the tower, see if I, like, get out of a wall inside a room.
You stick your head out the wall. You see a bed, a decent number of chests, some lecterns with some books on them.
Can I reach the others through message still?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna look around, see if I can find anything like that look. I'm gonna use detect magic to try and see if I find something special about this place.
It seems as though this room is pretty much built to be sealed off. There is another stairway leading up to a floor above. But looking around, you see there's no windows, no real sources of air. Really, you're not entirely sure, if there is even any airflow in here.
Can I try and breathe? I don't need to, but I would probably be able to tell if there's air going down my lungs or not.
It tastes stale. It tastes like dank and nasty. If you've ever been up in like an attic that hasn't been opened for like 2,000, 4,000 years, it's yeah, it is. It's like breathing soup, dust soup.
I can't feel any magical aura through the floor or anything that seems particular, like, hey, maybe if I press this thing it will open a secret passage or something.
You do detect some magic from up the stairs, and there is a decent amount of magic from the books on the lecterns. There is a chest, some wardrobes.
I mean, I can't cast elemental body on other people. I'm gonna get closer to the chest. Does it look... I'm gonna try and open it. Curiosity.
You crack open the chest.
Nothing explodes, nothing good.
Well, I never said what happens after you've finished.
Do go on. What's in the chest? What's in the chest?
Opening up the chest, you can see there seems to be a beating human heart.
Oh.
Well, a beating heart of some description. But it seems to be purple and green and almost plant-like looking rather than fleshy. And with every small pump, it seems to be letting out a tiny little burst of dust.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I
Yes.
recognize that as something? 17 plus 17, that's 34.
34. Something. You get the same kind of idea that this may be
Bad and evil.
bad
Detect-
and evil.
Detect magic?
Same sort of pings as the things you were getting from the vial.
Okay.
I should note that there wasn't any of this in the air when you opened the chest, but when you opened the chest, a little bit did leak out.
I'm not breathing anymore.
So, yeah. Okay. So it does seem like the chest was sealed.
Whoops. Hey, when I earth glide, all the things on me come with me, right? Because magic.
I'm presuming so.
Can I grab the chest and bring it down to the others?
This is the spell, right?
Oh. Spells. Elemental body. I'm using the earth thing. It just refers to elemental body 1, which is there. Earth elemental. Where is it?
Can't you only
blood
use
line?
elemental body to become an air elemental?
I was gonna say.
And the ability to earth glide. What do you mean? What did you say? I didn't catch.
Since it's a bloodline spell, aren't you only able to use it to go air elemental, not earth?
It doesn't say so. It says you gain the ability to sorcerer.
What bloodline is this?
Elemental.
Air.
Elemental bloodline. In the spells. Go away, you. Okay, don't show me this again.
Fair.
Bonus spells. There is no restriction on it. Just elemental body. Whereas Burning Hands has the thing. The spells always deals type of damage determined by your element. And Scorching Ray the same, but the others are just like nope.
It doesn't specify Minton.
So where's
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
elemental
specify.
body thing come from?
Elemental body is a bloodline spell that you get at 9th, 11th, 13th, and 15th level.
Gives me a bunch of buffs and a special ability per type that I choose. Including the ability to Earth Glide, and if you look under
I hope you
monster
will.
rolls, you have Earth
say,
Glide.
I hope you will forgive me, but I don't think it really makes sense. Since you have to pick an elemental or an element to be able to change into an element you didn't pick. If that makes sense.
The bloodline doesn't say that, Minton. The bloodline does not specify that you can only change into the elemental of your bloodline.
The bloodline specifies it's a bonus spell from the bloodline. It specifies for Burning Hands and Scorching Ray that
It also
these
specifies
spells
when you get
are
Summon Monster 8 that you can only summon elementals. It does not have any restriction on elemental body.
You just can't have all the things going on at once.
It's the bloodline specifies when it's tied to the actual element you chose. Elemental body is not. So no. Looking at it again.
Okay. Reading internet. Basically, people are saying red is written. You can change into anything, but it's normally house rules that you can only change into.
Well, you've allowed it now.
I wouldn't be up there otherwise, so...
I'll say I'll allow it this time, but from now on, just so we know that. And you can't exactly say I've allowed it when I didn't know about it.
I mean, it's a spell. If you want me to waste a spell known to add it to my list of spell knowns as the full spell and not just a restricted part of the spell, I can do that. But that's kind of why I decided to drop Jinnikind, because it gave me the exact same thing Elemental Body gave me.
It's not written that it's restricted the same way that Burning Hands and Elemental Movement, all of that are. So
That's because Elemental Body doesn't deal damage with Elemental Swarm. It's
Yeah, but Elementals... which one is it? Summon monsters doesn't deal damage either. It just says that you can only summon elementals. Like, it would say in parentheses only of the type of your element or something. In the same way that Summon Monsters 8 is specified as elementals only.
sure, fuck it, whatever.
I mean, otherwise I will
No, that's
change
fine,
my
yeah.
spell list of spell knowns and keep Jinnikin from...
No. No, I was gonna say red is right and you're right. So.
So am I able to...
Yes, you are able to
Close
turn
the-
into any elemental.
Am I able to close the chest and grab it with me? Or is it too big for me to grab it and Earthglide back to the others?
I will now see what. You would not be able to drag the chest with you, no.
Alright. I closed the chest anyway. I'm really tempted to go up. But at the same time...
Have you put the heart back in the chest?
Oh,
or...
I haven't touched that.
Oh, okay, you haven't touched that.
Minton.
Yep.
I'm not touching the creepy beating heart made of leaves and stuffs.
Do the Arcadian authorities have a way to know whether we blatted a hole through the floor, or does it rely on someone coming out here to check?
There are different kind of ways. It depends.
Because it wouldn't be a huge hole in the floor.
But if you're saying is the only way for them to do that, no, there are other ways for them to figure out if you've been fucking around in ruins. Specifically, how they do it, they don't say, because otherwise people would find out how to get around it.
Are they likely to for something this unimportant?
Roll me an intelligence.
Just straight intelligence?
Yep.
Ugh.
Actually, what's your knowledge and ability?
Knowledge nobility. I would just roll it on the character sheet for the
Yeah,
time.
I'll give you that as well. Okay. That's a fairly bigger number. You have found things in this ruin that probably should not be here. Or, if they are here, are gonna be confiscated real fucking quickly. This ruin might seem like, nothing, but this ruin is probably on an Arcadian list of, if anyone goes here, fucking scan them.
Okay, so
Providing that the Arcadian authorities know about what this was used for. If they don't, then Bowman's just scot-free. So it depends whether you think the League knows about what the contents of this tower.
and if I found when this mage was alive, you can guarantee some bureaucratic shit knows when he was alive. Probably the same shit that approved my request. I really want to blat a hole in the floor so we can go explore, but I really don't want to be murdered by the authorities back in Arcadia. Anyway, sorry, no gets back down what I think about this.
Yep.
Does she?
No.
Yeah, she's gonna glide back down. And describe the creepy heart thing that she found.
Which knowledge do you want, Minton? I have all.
I have all. I know all.
Arcana nature.
Okay, Arcana, that is a 47. Nature.
Yeah, my nature would be a 4.
My nature's a 17, my Arcana is a 47.
Nice. And wow, you guys want battle maps on Roll20 but want to roll dice in real life.
Yep.
Wow.
Why have real dice if you can't roll them?
Why have an imagination if you can't use it? I'm memeing, but what was I gonna say? Nature, it's making something, probably poison, probably bad. Poison, maybe of some description, spores, maybe of some description, you're not sure, you probably don't want to breathe it in. That's the knowledge part.
Arcana?
Well, that's the nature part. The Arcana part is, holy shit, that thing is probably like a magical bastardization of like...
If I were to say the word phylactery...
Not really. It doesn't seem like a phylactery kind of thing.
Okay, good.
Seems more like the heart itself is like a living, breathing sort of thing.
Could the tower be itself be magical? Be alive, I mean?
Oh.
Be alive, I mean? Sounds like I'm the only one who can go upstairs, because that's not the spell I can cast on other people.
Also, just to stop the feels bads from not being able to get up there, considering that the room Mia was in was obviously his bedroom, there is probably some way that he was able to get up there.
Yeah.
I know, but it's more... We're not going to be able to breathe up there. I need to blat a hole, or there needs to be some kind of aircon up there.
Could always go and get one of those breathing apparatuses from the Empire.
If I go back into the walls and like try and go around the bedroom, can I try and find a passage, like a secret passage or something?
It is solid wall all the way around.
Yep, can't find anything. So if there's a way to go up,
And I would be shot if I blat a hole through the floor.
it could be mechanical. There could be a spell, a password to be spoken.
Sarab, you don't seem to see any mechanisms on any of the walls. Oh yeah, what are Gorthon, Kobold, and
I think at this point we've probably gone and played a game of Scrabble or something.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
or the
because-
magic users like, how the fuck do we get upstairs?
Well, the magic users are sat around jerking each other off.
Yeah, I've probably been like playing slapsies with Gorthon or something and losing because I only have little arms.
Oh shit.
Lavender?
Lavender would have probably went to the stairs and is sitting there and sharpening her sword.
Gorthon?
Quick, someone roll me a d20 to see how hard I hit Toby.
Don't take mine. I nat one it.
5.
He rolled a 1.
1d1.
In
Does it
real
work
life,
for
I rolled a
anything?
5, so sorry.
Wow, there's a 1 on a 1d1, and 2 5s.
You're all useless, I'll roll myself.
Oh, nice! You can even roll dice that don't exist.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can roll literally anything. It's basically just a random number generator
Yeah.
with a cap.
Specifically, whenever it has the little like genius symbol,
Oh well, I missed
That's
out
the one to do.
that. But
if it has that little like genius symbol, what that little genius symbol means is that it is using the variation in a beam of light as a random number generator, which is.
Yeah.
And then they've got that hooked up, like I think it's a beam of light in some university that works as a random number generator or something.
Oh my god. How?
That was just D20, I think.
Yeah, but it rolled a
that's
d20.
still that's a 1 on a 1d20.
Everybody was rolling 1s and 5s.
I guess it wasn't
Yes.
there.
Random number generation, ladies and gentlemen.
But anyway, so what was Lavender doing while the mages were
Sharpening
trying to
her
figure out how
weapon
to get up?
by the stairs, she said.
Over by the stairs, sharpening her weapon.
Okay. So, based on what I know about this town, what I've been told, this is probably on the Arcadian radar of make sure that nobody damages this, even though I really need to blat a hole in the tower so we can get up there.
let's go see if we find any clues on how to get up in the basement. Who knows?
Lavender leaps up and it
Yep.
starts to head downstairs.
And if we don't, we'll come back up here and find a way. Even if it means just letting me explore that. I mean, I don't care. I'm not leaving this place without finishing exploring this thing.
Oh, I quite agree. It's more of the. It's are you able to protect anyone other than yourself from a zone of truth? I'm not sure I could force my way through and be able to lie.
No.
Also, I'm pretty
That's-
sure they know when you fail. Oh, they know when you pass, and the spell is not working.
It's
on you.
frustrating that there was no flying creature to throw a disintegrate up at, because if I missed, it would have hit the floor. But I can't knowingly do it, especially knowing that this mage was alive when he was.
Which is... when exactly? Since you didn't tell us.
So, from my research into the tower, this mage was alive during the Great War between Arcadia and the Empire, which resulted in the Empire all being mundane. I'm kind of looking in the direction of Sarab to see what reaction she has.
Blowing her hair out of the fringe.
Ripray. That vial we found. I'm saying this as we're heading downstairs. That vial we found. Considering when he was around. So, Mincy, you still haven't replied to me about that.
Huh?
You haven't replied to me about that.
Clicked on the wrong thing. Don't mind me.
Well done.
Replied about what
The history and the local.
Was separated from everyone. Really long way away from anyone. People were told, do not go. Do not go near.
Okay.
So
Considering
probably experiments.
Yeah, considering when he was around and the fact that people were told not to enter this area, probably involved in work he was doing for the League during the war with the Empire, potentially weapons. Probably very, very dangerous. Definitely going to get quite a severe pat down when we get back into Arcadia.
Those pages that got shredded, by the way, from the book that attacked me, are any still intact? And can I read them?
I mean, they approved you going here.
Just because they approved it doesn't mean that they're not waiting to search us for everything we find. This wouldn't be the first time that a war era ruin was investigated by a group and they came back and the bureaucrats pounced on them to find out everything they know. Why do the work themselves when they can get others to explore it for them?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if the others knew what they were getting into?
You're in Arcadia. When has anything that we've done while you've been here appeared efficient?
I don't know. You people are weird.
Never.
This is what caches and stashes are for. So when they do search you, they find nothing.
Especially considering that we've been promised a financial reward for whatever we find, we kind of need them to give us that reward, or I won't be able to deliver the payments that we're due for exploring this place, especially that heart you found upstairs.
Yes, well, let's move downstairs, see if we can find something, and
Yes, let's.
And then we'll figure out a way to get up.
Yeah, was there anything on those pages, by the way, Minton?
The
When the
pages.
book is obliterated.
No. Aside from like the remains of like a magic spell.
Okay. Alright. Well, I suppose we head downstairs.
And with you guys heading down into the basement, that is where we'll call it.
I do need to head off as soon as possible, so it's been lovely playing.
Yes.
But auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Gute Nacht.
Sleep
Sure,
well,
guys.
bitch boy.
Ciao, baby cakes.
Fia D.
See ya.